So, look, obviously, like swinging bull is going to be slower, more passive options, right? Lee, Mad Maverick, he's going to be, he's going to have some day trades here and there. He also has some swing trades, he has some equity plays, so he's kind of mixed. He does it all. Unfortunately, I haven't really listened in on any of his live tradings or Pookies. So, I don't know if they call things out the way that I do. Like, as in I'm watching this contract, I'm buying now, or this stock, I'm buying now. I don't, I think it's very similar. So for you guys that have listened, you'll know. But, they're all good. And, I would assume, at least I was told, they'll bring someone else in. I don't know. But, yeah. Mr. Me Too. I'm all over YouTube. If you want the Penny Boys YouTube, I mean, I'm live right now on the YouTube and the Twitter. So there's a ton there. My coaching videos, I don't know if those are going away, but those were never live trading. So, like this morning, we had a great Tesla trade. That was all live on YouTube and X, and it's recorded. So you just got to go to the Penny Boys YouTube channel, hit the live tab, and you'll see kind of all the older live videos. One sec. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up real quick. So yeah, every coach is teaching and trading on a different style. Yeah, there's not going to be another me for now. I would assume someone comes in. I think, Austin's going to have some sort of futures trader come in. That does bring a different risk factor for sure. So, I want you guys to be careful. But, feel out anyone that comes in here. You guys know Fulcrum, or, as some of y'all know him, Noah. So, there'll be some other day trade signals and stuff in here. It's just I don't know that there's going to be someone that's like identical to me, just identical to my style. Oh, Noah can. He works. Yeah, okay. Who are some of the guys you follow for trading like you? So I don't know that I can I don't want to out or like promote anyone who I learned from here, Carrie. At least not on this lesson. But there's some good YouTubers out there. But guys, it's good to have different aspects of trading, right? I mean, I think that you are. I think it's beneficial for you all to learn, different styles like swing trading, right, or maybe some passive trading or anything like that. And again, like I'm gonna still be able to talk trading with you guys. Okay, yeah, well, that's good. I mean, the one guy that I know who doesn't have any sort of like paid stuff at all, he doesn't give signals or anything at all. He does do like trading recap. Actually, he doesn't do it anymore. He used to, but he was really good. His name is Matt Diamond. I think that's the only one that I could probably talk about right now. He's got some good older videos. I learned from him. I heard about Amy, but I've also heard mixed reviews on her. I just did Mastermind right there. He doesn't. He's kind of he went off the grid. I don't know who Alpha Trades is, but y'all are gonna have plenty of information here in this chat. I don't want y'all to get mixed up with any other things. You're also not gonna have as much help in this chat, right? You got to think, guys. I've told the story many times. I've been in multiple different chat rooms. I used to run my own chat room by myself. There is no other chat like this with the one amount of free content and just constant help. A lot of these chats, they'll do one lesson a week, and they may have like an assistant do it. And, why do you think that they do that, right? Do you really think that they don't have the time? No, they don't necessarily, they want you to make money here and there, maybe off a signal or two, but they don't want you to learn things too fast, because what does that mean? They won't get reoccurring customers as fast, right? They want you to pay for everything that they offer, and then it's even more mediocre. So, sure, they want you to they want people to make money, because then they have customers, but they also don't want you to get so good so fast so you can trade independently on your own, right? So keep that in mind. This is by far the best chat I have ever seen and ever been a part of. Right. And they're out of a job. Exactly. YouTube X, you guys can ask questions as well. Oh, good to see you, Michelle. You did an in-person one, Stickman, or was it a chat? Yeah, Duco, 100%. They'll just give blind signals, and a lot of them it'll be more like the text signals, not so much over the mic thing, because there's a lot of pressure when it comes to that. Mastermind, that all depends on what type of lifestyle you want to live. Who's the guy before JL? I don't know who JL is. Oh, yeah, that guy. He was way before me. Yeah, Michelle, that's a good answer to that. It depends on your lifestyle. I would recommend you get to at least, like, it does depend, but I would say at least $1,000 a week, probably. I don't know, on average. Oh my God, really, Porter? That's insane. Yeah, I mean, most of you guys have been here before me. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember. I think I maybe have met Eddie in Florida on the last meetup. someone came. Maybe I think it may have been only staff. I think the staff was out like right after dinner, and I don't know, someone showed up who I didn't know, but he knew Quince really well, and he knew some of the other staff members. Trading Academy. 2,500 every 2 weeks. Okay, so what, 1,250 a week? Take it slow, right? There's a lot of pressure on a trader, especially a very new trader, when they think that they're gonna, trade full time, because every trade matters to them, right? And they feel like they have to hit this daily goal. And if they don't, they overtrade. If they ever take a really big loss, then they're screwed. So try not to break it down so like proportionally, right? Like per day. You just kind of need to be able to, one, need to be profitable, and two, then you just got to scale to the point where you don't have to make a certain amount of money per day. Yeah, weekly goals, daily rules, right? I mean, honestly, it's just rules in general. If you can get to the profitable point, and you're not making 20 bucks a day, and you can start scaling, and you can make somewhat enough money to substitute your normal job, then it just takes time. I thought I was gonna be this multimillionaire trader by the time I was 20 years old, right? Because I started when I was 15. It's just not the reality, right? I mean, grew accounts, blue accounts, grew accounts, blue accounts. It just takes time. But once you get to the point where you could, substitute a job, then it's okay. I was the math. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Porter, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to be spending everything that you get. Um, Kenny Penny. So, what drew you to Tesla stock today? So that's simple. So Tesla, there was some negative news this morning on Tesla about their European sales being down 49%, but I saw that the stock was up more than most this morning. So then I went and looked a little more, and Elon actually did come out over the weekend and say that he's back in like 24/7 mode. He's kind of stepping away from uh, Doge and whatnot. So that was a positive catalyst. Also, we had that trade talk, deal coming in with the European Union, right? June 1st was going to be the 50% tariff on the EU. Trump, had some sort of a deal with them, and they pushed it to July 9. So that was positive. So I knew the overall market was going to be strong. Plus, Tesla did have a little bit of a catalyst. Plus, Tesla had a beautiful kind of flat top here at 350, right? We caught this original 350 break here when it moved $5 and rejected. Market pulled down, Tesla held. Market strong, Tesla gapping up right before 350 again. On the real 350 break that I've been looking for, I knew this could probably move $10. And that's so far what we got. So I'll send a screenshot of this in there for you guys so you can keep it if you want. These are great setups, right? Because look what happened not too long ago, right? Back in April and early May. Move up, consolidation, flat top at 295, and then 300 right above. Boom, broke. This went from 300 to 350. So like look at it. It's just like back to back, nice, beautiful setups here. Hey, they finally made a stream and busy the last few weeks. Scott, that means a lot, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. I hope it's been good, busy for you. And, again, I'll always be around. So even though I'm not going to be live trading, I will be here to help when I can. And I will always be able to talk trading with you guys. So that means a lot, though. Thank you. Duco. $1,500 on a $7,000 account, 20% though. That's better than the S&P. Speaking of Tesla, but SpaceX, in about 8 minutes, Flight 9 is about to launch. If no scrub, then Elon. Oh, wow. The SpaceX launching. That's cool. Thanks, Kenny Penny. I'm glad you caught that today. That was fun. 4-minute workday. I won't, Michelle. Don't worry. I will be here. I'm excited. I'm excited to share stories with you guys. I think that, I attest a lot of what I know and a lot of the way that I teach you guys to being there, right? Because a lot of what those prop firms do is teaching, right? They have to bring people in and train them to become good traders, right? Some people fail and they leave and that's it. But they also train people to the point where they're making 7-8 figures a year trading. If you're around guys who make millions of dollars trading and you work really hard at it, you can get to that point too. So they do have a teaching aspect to it all. So that's helped me, I think, teach you guys effectively. And I'm excited to, one, have stories for y'all about ideally successes, and two, maybe some interesting ideas or stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, I'll be happy with making mid six figures early on in my career. It'd be awesome. I mean, I told you guys that story about that new SMB trader who came in right out of college and he did this kind of the same thing I did, intern for 3 summers. And I mean, he had his first 6-figure month in his first year, first 6-figure day and month in his first like 6 months, I think. I hope so. Shoot. Nice, Kenny Penny. I freaking wish I did too, man. I am kind of disappointed I didn't swing that, but also anytime I make over like $1,000 in the first, 10 minutes of the day, I typically call it, you know. I hope so, Stickman. Yeah. I'm gonna be around some killers, so it's like it's gonna be a little bit of a lifestyle change too, going from college where things were a bit easy. Now I gotta go into full on work mode. um Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'll be sending out watch lists, Mastermind. Maybe it's something that I could talk about with Quinch about doing here. I did talk to him about possibly doing, like, if he was up for it. And I would get paid obviously, but to do lessons like once or twice a week like I do now, just there won't be live trading. And I feel like that's where a lot of my value is with you guys. But I don't know. I'm not gonna do anything to sabotage this chat. I'm not gonna do anything at all like that. So I want to more so get to the point where I'm like settled in my new job, and then there is a chance that I could come back and do some more educational type stuff if you guys would like that as well, and if it's allowed. So interesting idea for sure. And again, I also have legal a legal aspect that I need to make sure is, I have clearance to talk about, openly and publicly what I'm doing there and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe after a few months of me kind of getting into the groove of things there, I can maybe come back and do some educational stuff with you guys and talk trades, more openly than just being like, yeah, I like Tesla today or something. But I think you guys are gonna do good. Y'all are gonna be fine. Y'all don't need me. There's a ton of stuff here, education wise for y'all to watch and learn from. And Pookie's a great trader as well. There's still a lot of great traders in here, right? It's not, and you may trade much better with his style or other guy's style in here. Just because I trade pretty chaotic and it's all fun and flashy doesn't mean that it's necessarily the way that could end up working out the best for you. But I'm excited to see this chat grow and still be a part of it kind of on the sidelines for a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow, 366 on Tesla, up another $3. I try, but with the way that I trade TK, you got to. If I was crazy and didn't manage risk and wasn't patient and wasn't disciplined, I would be out of a job and out of an account as well. I can promise you, because I've done it before, account wise, trading similar to the way that I do now. But it's a new era, guys. New era. I'm excited. It's kind of like nerve wracking, but gotta keep pushing. What other questions do you have for me? About halfway in? Yeah, it's gonna be this time next year. Things will be a lot different. Nvidia earnings, yeah. So that's gonna be on Thursday, which is kind of exciting. I do like their chart setup. So here, this 137 level, I do think that there could be a trade, but I don't want to trade until after earnings. Ideally, this pops up on earnings, guys, into like the mid 140s. That would be great. That would get us up into an area where we could just rip up to all-time highs and start getting some nice trades here through 150. So I do think that there's potential. I really hope they don't come down simply because they, like I talked about this morning, that I've seen fives. One of you guys sent in a article that it was like 15 billion in losses because of that H20 or H200 or whatever it is, chip stuff going on. So I don't know. Very interesting. It's Nvidia. It's hard for me to be a bear ever. Farouk always wants puts. He always wants to. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Big Short. I really hope you do or have. And if not, you better watch that movie. But there's a quote or some sort of a scene in that movie where they're like, there's always like this one guy is always the guy who's trying to short stocks. He always wants to call out, the BS. Farouk reminds me of that just because he always wants to buy puts. But yeah, your education videos aren't going away, are they? I don't believe they will. That's stuff that y'all have paid for and gotten access to. Porter, I don't know if you've heard anything on that. I don't believe that they are. I need to double check. if you don't know, but my guess is there's a 99% chance that they will be, y'all will still have access to them. Yeah, okay, perfect. I just haven't looked at Jay's. But if Jay's videos are still here, then mine will still be here as well. So y'all should be all good. Yeah, he is probably sleeping. Tomorrow's pick. Watch Tesla for continuation. I think PLTR is just acting a little weird, being a little weak. I think Snowflake. I don't know. Snow is just kind of being weird. Today was a good day for it, but maybe there's more on that. I don't know. Carvana kind of made that new high I was looking at. CrowdStrike looked good recently. Oh wow, it went. I just don't really know. I don't really have anything great. So we're just gonna have to. I'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. I am not live trading tomorrow. I'm also going to tour 5 different apartments tomorrow, like an hour away from where I am right now. So first one's like 10 a.m. So my market opens 8:30 my time. So I'll be leaving around 9. So I might kind of be MIA for that open, but I don't know. I don't see anything A plus like today. I mean, I basically paid for a pretty good chunk of a week this morning. So, but yeah, Tesla, to me, that's just kind of where the action is right now. You need to keep your ears spurred to the firm. Yeah, I agree. Sick man, I'm right there with you. Don't worry. I'm sad to see you leave. I'm just getting on the hang of your style, but also excited for you. Thank you, Shen. Yeah, you guys will be good. It's again, it's very simple what I do. The hard part of what I do is the discipline and the patience. So if you guys can learn how to master that, all you got to learn is how to draw support and resistance and play breakouts. Breakouts are some of the easiest things to spot. At least from what I think. And yeah, you just kind of have no emotion. And have risk to reward and stuff like that. Any news on future outlook? Let's see. So tomorrow, FOMC minutes. So that'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern time. GDP is at 8:30 on Thursday morning. So GDP later this week. Other than that, there's really not a ton until Friday. Friday got Chicago PMI and consumer sentiment. So those will be interesting. But there's nothing too major this week. And NVIDIA earnings are going to be a big event as well. Can I get your Wall Street Journal subscription? Wall Street Journal isn't much. How much is it? Yeah, it is. It is pretty fake news for sure. That's so funny. Yeah. I think it will, Big Lester. I'm waiting for that as well. Yeah, $2 a week for a year. Oh, really, Michelle? Where do you get that? Speaking of, I should probably check. I'm probably over that year mark, but I had my student account. Yeah, I pay $4 a month. That's it. Oh yeah, I don't. Who wants print anymore these days? Wall Street Journal new reader special. $1. Oh, that's what I have. $1 a week for 1 year. But when? I wonder when mine ends. It's gotta be pretty soon. Wall Street Journal Plus, $1.75 a week for 1 year. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Uh, Wall Street Journal. Let's see. X version June 17th. I don't know. I have a university email, so I do think that that's part of why. Yeah, I mean, Wall Street Journal is always good. Like Sailor Brown said, it has been kind of weird lately with some fake news, but Wall Street Journal is just kind of a staple for market news. I mean, every morning I look at CNBC and Wall Street Journal. Typically, I start with CNBC because they have just like the major headlines. Wall Street Journal is a little more detailed, but it's about all I can say on that. Benzinga's good. I think one of my friends has Benzinga Live Squawk, I think it's called. So that one's good, but that's expensive. And that is like you get news on the second, like the very second, and it's on a loudspeaker. So like when I'm at the firm, they'll have that they'll have that over the loudspeakers. Yeah, his name's Ian. He comes into the free live trading sessions. He's going to be interning at Kirshner as well. I got him an internship there. Yeah, he's going to be good. No, it's not my roommate. It's one of my friends from college. Yeah, Ian's good. Zach's website. What's that? Like Zach Morris? I know Zach Morris. Zach's. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. This one looks old school. I've seen this one. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. What else I got? We got about 15 minutes here. We're trading Tesla tomorrow. We might, yeah. Like I said, I may be taking tomorrow off, which is kind of unfortunate because Tesla did just break out. But I tend to make the most of my money on the original breaks. Okay. I don't, yeah, I can catch bits and pieces here and there when, after the stock is broken out, you kind of get that day two, day three move. But I do very, very well on those initial breaks because a lot of them happen really fast. And a lot of the day two, day three, day four, those sometimes have big swings, right? They may pop up off the open dump and then get bought all the way back up to the high of the day, or chop around early in the day, then have one breakout randomly at noon. They're just sometimes they're just not as clean, and that's why I typically just like to really try to make some decent cash on the initial break, and then I go and kind of scout my way through it. And then again, ideally, I would rather have a swing kind of get dragged behind me. So, anyways, so yeah, I don't know about trading Tesla tomorrow, but possibly. But I just have to kind of get going early tomorrow morning. But I might have some good apartments though. So ideally, out of the five I'm looking at, I'll like one, which I probably will. I can't be too picky. Do I trade penny stocks? I do not. I'm not a penny stock trader. I trade mega caps. So I trade things like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, stuff like that. Thanks, Duco. Take care, my man. The heavy starship is very successful in orbit. 14 minutes booster blew up trying to re-land. Oh wow, it's re-landing. What do I look up here? SpaceX flight live. Do I have a link? Oh, here we go. SpaceX NBC. 30-second ad. Oh my god. SpaceXLive.com. That's what I should do. I know, man. Penny stocks are insane. I started with penny stocks, but um, they are extremely risky. Coming from a guy who trades options, but they are they're very fast. If I was forced to trade penny stocks, I told you guys this before, I would I would be wanting to short them, if that makes sense. I'd be waiting for them to run 100, 200, 300% and try to short them. Oh, I don't know what I'm looking at. Just the engine? I guess we can't get maybe an outside video. I don't know. So it's coming in. So that little deploy thing right there, is that where it's going to start coming in back to land? It's in space, so I get that the camera isn't. What is all that stuff floating around? Sorry, I'm behind on this. Oh, lady in the ocean. They go retrieve it though, right? I think that's kind of the whole thing. I know all the little things floating around. I guess that's just dust or something. I don't know. So it's trying to do that deploy thing. Yeah, I mean, Stock Wizard, that's just his thing, though. So, if it works for you, see, it works. I want you to be successful no matter what you trade. That's your thing. Hang on, I gotta go full screen. Okay, so we're about to hit that deploy thing right there. That's the banana peel. Where's Elon? Looks like we're leaving the big screen. All right, guys. Well, yeah, Wizard's been doing it for a while. It seems like. I mean, look at him. He's the stock wizard. Tesla at 367. Kenny Penny, you're gonna be up good in the morning. Well, guys, I think I'm probably gonna call it a night here. It's been my pleasure for you free people that are here. I don't have any other free lessons for you. I have one last free live trading on Thursday morning. And then Thursday night is my last coaching session. And then Friday morning is my very last premium live trading stream ever. And then, yeah, I'll probably be on that final end of week wrap up stream, and that'll be it, guys. So it's been an honor and a pleasure. And you premium people, I will see you later. Y'all have a good rest of the night. All righty. I'll miss you guys too. Bye bye.